What's up, Matt, Uchiha, and Reclaimed? You came as soon as you were notified. Thank you, Psycho. Lil Newt, what's up? Istas, Raketh, Crimson Dragon. Wait, the live stream just saved the day for you? Why, what happened? How did it save the day? I mean you're welcome. You know, I may not be the hero that you necessarily wanted, but I am the hero that you get. Oh, work? Okay. Gamer King, what's up? Levi, how you doing? Still thrive in China? I mean, probably. Pay to win hell. What is the XP thing? Mikey, what is up, dude? I have no idea. I haven't actually seen a YouTube live stream in forever. Stephanus Unicorn. Say, don't probably be lurking. Absolutely no problem, man. Hopefully you're doing okay. Good to have you here, though, man. You already uninstalled Atlan. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. A lot of people uninstalled Crystal of Atlan. You ain't the only one. Pretty much everyone I know has uninstalled it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Mrs. Sticks had fun with Crystal of Atlan. I don't think she's even logged into it the last few days. So, I don't know anyone that is still logging into it regularly. Hey, Champion Siren, what's up? More Wuwa news. I heard that it happened at Japan convention. What Wuwa news you're talking about? What happened? Doing good. How about yourself? I am doing great. Mr. Six has been out for 4 days. I just saw the Mission Impossible movie last night. It was actually really good. Had a lot of sleep. Baba, how are you doing, man? I'm doing good. Anything going on with NTE? There was actually, I did want to react to the overhaul that NTE did. Multiple people have tagged me. I noticed that it is present and available to react to. I've heard very mixed opinions. Some people are saying the overhaul is insane, and other people are saying that was an overhaul. 14 online mobile? Okay. What's wrong with it? The overhaul? Animals! What is up, dude? How are you doing today? About this Wuwa, I need my Carlotta skin. I said, yeah, no, I get you, brother. I get you. Japan Tokyo convention where the 2.3 event is lively and more cosplayers. Oh, that's really cool. I do love seeing all the cosplayers at the Japanese conventions. Japan loves Wuwa. Good chilling at home. Nice. How's my day going? Great. I woke up. I had a very good morning. Mrs. Stakes was at home with me too, so that was great morning. And then had breakfast, edited 2 videos, posted 2 videos, and then went for almost an hour-long walk around the neighborhood. It's about 80 degrees outside, so it's warm, but doesn't feel bad. With Mrs. Steaks, pooped, showered. Here we are! How was Mission Impossible movie? Actually good. Confector, what's up? Good, thank you, Captain. Quick random XP on YouTube Live is who's the most active in your chat? Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's really cool. I can't spot a difference in the overhaul, but I have bad eyes too. So do I. I need glasses to drive. So small little tidbit of info, chat, that I'm sure most of you don't know, but when Mrs. Six and I go to the store together, I actually have to make a mental note of what she was wearing before we walked in, because I can't make her face out in the distance. So I need to be like, right, it's the tiny white girl with the, you know, dark blue navy jeans and the flowery black and white top. So just kind of make that out, you know, in the distance. If YouTube is stepping up the streaming game now that Twitch is dying, I mean, I've been told I got to stream on more platforms. I've been simul streaming on YouTube for months now, but I should definitely set up a Twitter streaming. I tried it one time and I didn't like it, but I mean, you know what? Should try it, right? 6 for my GoPro, just, you know, keep making content. I always wish you the best. Absolutely, Mikey. Same with you, man. Dude, your videos are doing great too. Chat, if you don't know who Mikey is, fuck. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Mikey is another great content creator, chat, that has been doing a lot of Wuwa lately. He started off with Wuwa, he then transitioned over to Zenless, and then went back to Wuwa. He also, I think he started doing non-Zenless, non-Wuwa stuff for a little bit too, but I think. Yeah, Honkai Star Rail. But yeah, y'all should definitely sub to him. He's one of the coolest Wuwa content creators out there by far. Slept half the day, nice. Tried to be an MMO Gacha, yeah. Excited for the state of play? I'm excited for the Summer Games Expo, yeah. Mrs. Six and I will be streaming it. Is there a difference in streaming on other platforms? Yeah, so basically, like, I know we just started a stream, right? So I don't expect numbers to be very high. But as an example, right? There are 80 of you watching in the first 5 minutes of starting stream today. And then, you know, you go to Twitch and there are, you know, less people in the first 5 minutes of starting stream. So basically, Twitch here does not help you with exposure. YouTube does if you have a YouTube channel. So I have a YouTube channel. So over the next 30, 40 minutes, this is gonna spike up to 200, 300, 400 people, active viewers. And that's because everyone that watches these videos, right, they will all be alerted to the fact that I'm streaming, because everyone here is on YouTube. Twitch is not like that. And Twitch does not help with exposure. They're just like, if you're streaming, you're streaming. Otherwise, you know, fuck you. Don't you play Verse 1999 nowadays? Not currently, no. Appreciate you so much for the shout out. Absolutely, man. Glad to still be in a position to make content for my favorite gacha game. Yeah, I know. I'm glad Wuwa doesn't suck. Infinity Nikki devs is the weirdest case of double down while backing down. Yeah. Do you think Kudo is gonna show for Summer Games? I'm assuming what they're gonna show at the Summer Game Fest is essentially an altered version of 2.4 to hype people up for the 2.4 release. By the way, chat, if you do not already, join our community subreddit where we keep you guys up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. We react to everything posted here as well. Release date for Azure Premier? Not currently. Silver Palace? I need your opinion on that because the game is catching your eye. All we have are, you know, just we have the makings of a great game, but we only have a single trailer. So we have to go into this with the knowledge that the actual game could be vastly different. Because what we saw with Duet Night Abyss was an incredible trailer, gameplay trailer, and it turned out to be very different, you know, in practice. So you have to wait and see. Etheria Restart tomorrow. Did you play it? Did I play Etheria Restart? I have a video right here from 2 days ago. The best Ethereum restart beginner's guide you need, chat. Ethereum Restart is sponsoring me for dedicated videos. If you have not watched that video, go watch that video. Like the video. Click the sponsored link in the description and the pinned comment. Download the game using that link, chat. Like Chris of Atlan, why is it dying? We're gonna go over that. Join your subreddit. Nice. Thank you. We're growing. We're at 1,200 members already. Going up 500 members this month. 40,000 views for the subreddit chat this month. That's fucking wild, right? Now being to Scoot. Yes. Kaldra, what's up? It's been a bit. Kana on EXO just drop a video on it. Just drop a video on what? Any gacha games that aren't turn-based? Plenty. The Final Fantasy 14 guide? No. We played it hardcore, but yeah, he is one of us, exactly. All right, chat, let's take a look at her. Let's see what we have to look forward to today. Steak's House, a podcast about Nikki and lads with Palbear. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Thank you, Condi, for posting this. Chat, if you were not already, I did a podcast with 5 incredibly talented gacha content creators and discussed Infinity, Nikki, and Love in Deep Space. It was a great conversation. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. You should check it out if you haven't. Luckiest 10 pull on Girls Frontline 2 right now. Oh, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. I have no idea who Canon XO is. Are they a streamer? Oh, chat. Chat. It happened. It happened. Love in Deep Space drops to 2.7 on the Play Store. 2.7, chat. Oh my god. Last month, chat, just a couple weeks ago when we were covering Love in Deep Space, this was 3.4 or 3.6 stars. In the last couple weeks, it has actually dropped in rating from 3.4 or 6 to 2.7. That is unbelievable. Almost a single-digit drop. What happened in Love in Deep Space that triggered such a drastic reception? Hey, what's up? Hello, RJ. That's kind of crazy, right? What are the reviews saying? The most recent reviews. I can't even open the game. Pretty characters, fun interactions. It's so fun and romantic. Everyone is so hot. I love this game, no complaints. It's getting more and more tedious to play. We get barely any main story updates. Who approved the software? Okay. Horrible. No elaboration on why that is. I can't download it. I tried to update several times, said installation failed. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, there are plenty of 5-star reviews here too, along with the 1-star reviews. I don't know why why they saw such a drastic decrease. Price hike? It could be, yeah. What do you mean things happen? Am I excited for a Theory Restart? Yes. Pretty price going up? No, that's Infinity Nikki. It's done by the same people though, Infold. Don't think AI gave you any viable ways to contact me about my Reddit giveaway? Oh yeah, for Reddit, just DM me on Discord. I think I have a message on Discord, I just haven't read it yet. I think that was from you. No, that was from Chas. Never mind. Yeah, just DM me on Discord. I'm doing good, King Diane. How are you doing? Okay, that is. What has gone wrong with Love in Deep Space? That's my, yeah, that's what that was my question too. that's crazy is Infold running both of their games. I have no idea why this happened. Any context what happened to lads? Yeah, I would love to know. I would genuinely love to know. Crystal of Atlan is dying. Just look at these threads on their subreddit. Okay. Okay. I'm sure that's gonna get juicy. Any info for your Discord? Can I get a link? Yeah, I mean, it's in the description. It should be in the description, but I'll go ahead and link it. Whoa, that did not get pasted correctly. Hold on. Here you go. Crystal's not cutting it? Yeah. Yeah, they ain't. Senectera! Welcome in. It's been a little bit since I've had you on stream. How are you doing? Alright. The game won't last long due to these reasons unless fixed. But I was told here, look at the threads on their subreddit. So let's go ahead and do that too. We'll see how many threads there are. Wait, daily rewards change now account wide. Oh, so that's a big change. A big positive change. Not removing, drastically reworking the energy system will directly cause the downfall of this game. Bruh, they have a limit on everything. Let's see what else they say. Energy? Hello? Do you think this game will last? That's an interesting one. Okay, let's just take a look at these threads. Do you think the game will last? I started playing it 3 days ago. I'm really enjoying it so far. Chat, do you enjoy Crystal of Atlan? How many of you actively play it? Thinking about spending money on it. Gacha games, gacha MMOs, very bad. Don't. Too early to say, depends on how they handle the game. I don't think there's enough interesting content. True. The good thing about this game is that if nobody is queuing for specific stages or gameplay, you get paired with bots. I mean, is that a positive? Do we think multiplayer games should be filled with AI characters rather than players? Why not just make it an AI NPC game then, right? You don't even need to make it an MMO. Problem solved. I don't have high expectations. The combat feels more character action than Wuthering Waves? Really? They think Crystal of Atlan's combat is more action-packed than Wuthering Waves. Oh my god. Dane, what's up? That's crazy. I think the only gacha game out there, maybe two gacha games out there that compare to Wuwa in terms of action combat are Zedless and Punishing Gray Raven, but that's it. Oh man. The PvP 1v1 is fun. I thought it was in Tower of Fantasy too for a bit. Let's price change and then they aren't updating the main story and are just spamming events with lots of costumes, really? Well, I'm having fun now. That I think is what's most important, right, chat? As long as you're having fun in it. They got a limit on everything. Daily limit reached for receiving teammate likes. Daily limit of raging about limits reached. Not removing, drastically reworking the energy system will directly cause the downfall of this game. Okay. Not only stamina systems in MMOs are an uncommon thing, but having it to the excess that Crystal of Atlan does is extremely problematic. It needs to either be massively reworked along with being permanently removed from retain content like story. Does he mean certain content like story, or just straight up removed in general? It's a very counterintuitive system to a game being fun, and if the devs don't listen to the fans soon, the game will suffer massive decline in fans and in turn revenues. I wonder, like, I'm curious how the game is even doing in terms of revenue. Like, I know, you know, we shouldn't trust Sensor Tower, but I'm curious what it reported for its first, like, week. How do you even use fucking this piece of shit website, chat? Maybe this will work. I don't use Sensor Tower. I literally have no idea how to fucking use this. Because I don't trust. Oh, you know what? That's actually not bad. 700K, 500K, 200K. I mean, you know, 1.5 million. While not, you know, definitively 1.5 million, it still made more than Tower of Fantasy. Brad, what's up? I don't know when Ethereal launches. No, I've been too busy. Where's the best place to relay this kind of info to the devs? By not spending money. Yep, just not spending money. Then they'll read comments like this on Reddit and on Twitter to kind of attempt to figure out what the fuck they did wrong. Daily rewards change now account-wide. So this is, I think, the only positive thread that has been made on Reddit specifically pertaining to Crystal of Atlan since it launched, chat. Not a high bar to clear. It's not. No. The maid stand when I ran when I was 10 made more money than Tower of Fantasy. God damn! Neverness to Everness is improving so much. I'm glad to hear that. I know they showed the react here, or sorry, the transition here between before and after. I'm curious to see if it really has improved as much as you say, or people are saying. So yeah, this sucks. On day 2, they removed the free polls that was per character, made them account wide, saying it was a bug, even though that is how it works on a Chinese server. Now they've removed the daily check-in rewards from each character and made it account wide, so only wait, no, this is bad! No, this is bad! This is actually bad! This is probably the worst thing they could have done! Holy shit! No, this is terrible! Wait, they've removed the daily check-in rewards from each character and made it account-wide, so they are only claimable on a single character. What? No way! Oh, you wrote this, Pill? Oh, I see that. I see you there, yeah. I'm sorry, I misinterpreted what this said. I said daily rewards change, now account-wide. I thought that said character-wide. Oh no, oh my god, what are they doing? Revs did Chaos Gaming, what's up? Thank you for the 100 bits, man. I appreciate that. So, chat, for those of you that weren't aware, the video I did specifically covering Crystal of Atlan, let me find it real quick. I did this just 4 days ago, okay? And, you know, don't mind the fact that I look like I'm ready to take a shit here. But just 4 days ago, it's gotten 600 comments, almost 40,000 views, okay? I pointed out that they changed this, right? So every, 10 levels, you obtained additional pulls on every character. So you could make multiple different ults. You could do like, 2, 3, 4 ults, however many. I don't remember the exact specifics, okay? And what would happen is that for every ult, you'd get a set number of total pulls, which meant that I think by max level 60, you obtained 80 or roughly 80 free pulls that you could use in game. This gave a reason, a purpose to actually leveling alternate characters. And then here, as made by Pills himself, this was a daily login reward that was also character specific, meaning that you would log in per character and obtain login rewards per character on a singular per character basis. Now it is per account. So genuinely, what is the purpose behind having alternate characters. You don't get free pulls, you don't get free rewards for having each character hit max level, you don't get free rewards or free login rewards for having each character log in daily. What the fuck is the point? Go ahead and take a shit, we ain't scared. What are they doing? This is the exact opposite of rewarding your player base. This is taking away rewards from your players. The first 7 days were a special one-off that you could claim on all characters. Crystal Atlan devs really seem desperate to get you to swipe your credit cards. I'm gonna shelve this game, might come back in a few months to see if it propels. Dude, you're gonna come back in a few months and be like, where did it go? Crystal of Atlan? It's not, it ain't gonna be there, brother. Ain't gonna be there. Could claim it day 1 6 times, now it's all gone. Dude, that is horrendous. What are they doing? The game literally just launched, dude. Why are they punishing their players? Do they have such little disregard? Such a large disregard for their players? 4 days ago, spent $102 and quit because it's boring, rewards are trash, and orange energy is completely useless. You want your money back? Do a refund, dude. Did you talk about the black screen Infinity Nikki now? Chinese server, when you get to level 60 on first character, you get a free S tier outfit. You don't know global? Really? Some Chinese favoritism. Who'd have thunk it? Truly sad because I've been enjoying the game a lot. No, that's the thing though. Genuinely, that is the thing. The game itself, at its core, is a fun game. Like, it's a fun game, right? Look at Infinity Nikki. Fun game ruined by fucking brain dead developers. Or publishers in some instances. Average end of service behavior. We don't even need to look at the other threads, right? This right here is reason enough. Image above shows the weekly check-ins for the month season. Should say week. It's a bad translation. I'm not denying the fact they removed the roles from level milestones from ults now, but you're kind of getting mixed up a bit there. The first 7-day login was special and were there for newly made characters. You get this generic login rewards after you've claimed everything from the first one. You still claim the old one, some of my characters. I mean, that's unimportant. That's actually crazy, it is. It sucks, but I'd rather have better account rewards than having to claim daily login rewards 5 times. It's the same rewards, not better. Slightly worse rewards. So they should buff the reward. So this guy here, he's like, well, that sucks, but I'd rather have better rewards rather than having to claim the same rewards 5 different times. I'd rather receive, but like at the same time, the rewards aren't even better. So what he's saying here is, you know, oh well. Dude, come on. Goddamn. That's crazy. Wow. What's gonna happen to Justice Online? Dude, Justice Online already looks shit. I mean, I kind of said it in my video. More Gacha. Yeah, this is... Phew. Took a break from the game, but this happened, yep. Terrible year for new gachas. It is, yeah. It felt like they couldn't care less when they made it. PvP sucks, rewards couldn't even compensate for it. Yeah, like, you know, chat, hate Black Beacon as much as you want, okay? You can't deny the fact that at the very least, they compensated players sufficiently and adequately. At the end of the day, when they fucked up, they remedied the situation and gave everyone what they wanted. So, I mean, this is a case of not doing that with Crystal of Atlan. Infinity Nikki hasn't done that. Love in Deep Space isn't doing that. At least take accountability and try to fix your issues. Try to compensate your players sufficiently. They're the people playing your game and supporting it after all. The game won't last long due to these reasons unless fixed. The time gating progress so that general player base can never grind enough to match the pay to win and the energy lock. So you can actually pay to, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but if I recall, you can pay to obtain more stamina, right? Which means you can do more in the game. So people that pay can play more of the game. This makes it so free-to-play players don't have that option and are going to be inhibited completely from progress when compared to people that do pay. Scummy rinse and repeat monetization system. They'll keep adding servers every few weeks to milk new players. Old servers will die. Characteristics of trash autoplay games. The game is pretty well built, so respect yourselves and follow gameplay loop. Like, yeah, that's what I said. Like, the game itself is fun. It's just everything else in it. You guys are scummy when you remove draws from ults. Dedicated gacha games give more draws on the first day. Then I've got a chance to get in the first few weeks for a side mechanic. Add more pets, increase growth potential so people keep playing or keep pulling instead of never giving us anything. Another scummy thing on how you, think on how you guys cap the gold price for upgrade parts so free to play can't make a gold as well. Stop trying to micromanage the market and make it open. Actual freak developer decisions, extremely scummy. We need 30 more posts like this. Yes, exactly. I was excited for the game, but after playing a few days, it's wearing off on me. Not only do I dislike not being able to play for more than 10 minutes a day, but the limitation itself makes me lose interest in the game. If I can't play it, if I can't get invested in the characters, the story, etc., then I'm not going to spend money on it. Exactly. Like 100%. If you can't play the game, if you can't become engrossed in the game, enthralled in the game, and, you know, captivated by the game, you're not going to play it. And if you can't play it, you're going to drop it. And if you drop it, no one's going to play it. I mean... Genshin finally started giving people a few things they wanted. Yes, yes, thank God for Wuwa. For real. It made Genshin go, oh, we need to actually do things. The worst year for gacha games? Dude. I genuinely hope Ethereal Restart does good. I really do. If Ethereal Restart does good, it'll be the saving grace of the first quarter of the gacha genre. The first half of the gacha genre, because we've started June. There's orange account stamina after you hit 60, but rewards from drops with that stamina are nerfed. You can get completely nothing with that. That sucks, dude. Oh, wow. That's fucking horrible. Crystal of Atlan is dying. Yes. Yes, it is. And it's not dying just, you know, a small amount. It is dying a very rapid death, chat. What's your opinion on Ethereal? Tell honestly. I have content creator access to the game, and I think it's very fun. I played a lot of it. It's really fun. Ethereal launch time since someone asked about it. Thank you, Assist. I appreciate that. Blue Archive hit Steam wishlist goal of 100,000 in less than 48 hours. Really? Oh my God. Wow, okay. That's impressive. Coming soon. I mean, I've played Blue Archive. It's a fun game. Has great looking characters. It has a phenomenal story. They're incredibly free to play friendly. I've liked everything about it, except for how they bait you in. Like, when I went into this and I saw the characters, like, you look at some of the characters in this game. Right? Some of the characters you look at and you're like, holy shit. And then you find out that literally every single character is, you know, like an early or late teen, and you're like, why are they baiting us like that? Like, so then, you know, you feel bad about yourself because, like, these look like, you know, characters that are 30 years old. It's the whole, like, recurring theme of, you know, the 5,000-year-old little lolly dragon thing, right? They bait you into it, and like, dude, it's so weird, man. It's so weird, but like the game itself is really good, you know? So it's so conflicting and so weird. I don't know, but like, I'm glad they're launching onto Steam. I am, because if you know, as long as you don't want to, you know, get intimate with the characters, then you're gonna have a lot, then you'll be perfectly fine. But it's a really good, very fun game, and I'm excited to get to play it on PC finally as well. Say Ethereal is mostly PvP oriented? No, definitely not. I can't even explain this. It's just meant to be experienced. Just saw this on TikTok from Nikki. Okay, so let's take a look. Is that Doro? Yes, that's Doro. What is... Wait, hold on. My boyfriend really likes Doro. I decided to cosplay Doro to make him love me more. What the? What the? All right, I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. That's pretty much the kinds of cosplays Mrs. Sticks does too. Oh, she's looking at me very grumpily, chat, but she's not denying it.
You know that maid outfit you like so much? I'm gonna fucking burn it.
No. She says that, chat, but she's not really going to. Looking forward to Celisora? Hell yeah. Alright. Okay. Here is the Neverness to Everness character optimization progress. So as was noted in the chat, this has been significant. Chat, this is apparently a significant overhaul of the characters. Now, I will preface this by stating the newest trailer for Neverness to Everness looked phenomenal. The new characters all looked incredible, and the new protagonist looked really freaking good. So, you know, like, I have very high expectations now after having seen this. But let's go ahead here and take a look at just how much progress has been made for the characters that we were first introduced to. I saw no difference in the character overhaul. Really? Oh no. Chat, everyone, I was told it was significant. Alright, here we go. New looks. Okay. That's exciting. New looks. Okay, so this was a before. Okay, so slight bit of under boob, some shadows and shading. I'm gonna be honest, I never really liked this character that much.
Yeesh, missed the beginning. Damn you work.
Thank you, Rob, for the 3 months. I appreciate that, man. So, okay. Okay, I do see a difference. Okay, here, so looking at the outfit, the shading is slightly different. I think they've essentially, okay, and with the hair and the eyes, okay, I could tell what they did, chat. I can see the difference. I can see the difference. You know what happened? They added bloom. They added a slight glow to her skin and her hair. That is the difference that was made. Actually, I think with the hair specifically, what they did was they added additional, like, a few additional strands to it. Yeah. Actually, no, actually the hair does look better. I'll give them that. The hair does look better. But other than the hair, I think everything else just kind of looks like they added some bloom to it. Even her face just looks like they added a bit of shine to it. But the hair does look better. The hair does look better. Her boobs got buffed? No, they didn't. Did they? No, they look the same. The hair does look better. Okay. Let's see what they did with the pink hair character. So they added bloom. Yep, the difference is they added bloom and added a few additional hair strands for the front. A bloom filter, it's just bloom. It's pretty much just bloom. It's literally just Bloom, Jesus fucking Christ. It's pretty much just Bloom. And I think they added an additional strand of hair. Okay, let's... Before, after. The difference is mind-boggling. Okay, so I'm not blind. 100% Bloom. Yeah. I think this is probably the most difficult one, though, to see. I don't see any difference at all. Oh, lighting and rendering overhaul. You are right, it does say lighting and rendering. Okay, so that makes sense. This makes sense. I don't know why they're calling it a character optimization trailer and why people are saying that this is a significant alteration to the game when literally all they did was they just put a bloom filter on. Because otherwise the characters literally look exactly the same. She looks pregnant now? Yeah, so no, that was not impressive. Looks slightly better, but so much of a change. That is not at all much of a change now. Let's see. Hold on, chat. Let me give you guys a comparison of something.
Sup, chat. I am here once again to bully 6. Have you all hydrated today?
Boss, what is up? How are you doing? Thank you for the sub. All right, so chat, let me show you here. Okay, this was from 4 years ago. This was the Tower Fantasy graphical overhaul, okay? So when they said they were doing a, when they said here it was a character optimization, I was expecting something more akin to this, right? Because they previewed, with Tower Fantasy, they actually altered a significant amount of the game. Like genuinely a significant amount of the game. They made Tower Fantasy go from looking like a cheap PS1 game to a cheap PS2 game. But Tower Fantasy saw a significant change in terms of graphics. This right here looks, you know, there's a bloom added. Is that impressive? Not at all. This looks like it would have taken 30 seconds to do. You can toggle this setting typically into settings of any game you play. So it is an improvement, and I am glad to see. Is it improvement enough where, you know, one might say it was, you know, game changing, game altering, redefining? No. Remember when Tower Fantasy was hip and cool? No, I don't. Let's see what the comments are saying though. That is one hell of an improvement. See, this is what I don't get. That is one hell of an improvement. I don't know who guided Hana to the kitchen, but let them keep cooking. No, what we saw in the previous full-length, like 3-minute trailer, that was a hell of an improvement for new characters. This right here, one hell of an improvement? Dude, Neverness looks good. The new trailer made Neverness look great. That is one of the most cope comments I've ever seen. I'm sorry, what? One hell of an improvement. Yes, yes. Keep cooking, kings. Add ray tracing next. Okay, let's keep going. Now they look really cool. I'm shocked by the work done. I'm sorry, chat. Are these bot comments? Are these genuine bot comments? That is one hell of an improvement. Now they look really cool. I'm shocked by the work done. There's no way, right? What worked? The bloom filter. Game looks so colorful. Really amazed by the amount of work going into it. Looks good. It's great seeing improvements so rapidly. Now that is what I call polish. What? What? Dude, come on. Genuinely no hate, because as I've pointed out, I will continue to stress this. The trailer that we saw looked really freaking good, but what is this? Wow, pretty awesome. Looks a lot more crisp. My prayers were answered. Oh my god, I needed both my monitors for this side by side. Wait, but these changes are big? And so not... I needed both my monitors for a side by side, which means that he could barely tell the difference. And then he goes on to state, but the changes are big. I mean, if they were big, you could have noticed without a side by side. Let's be awesome. Awesome, looks so good for real. Wow. So much more polished. That's wild. Change the comments to newest. Okay, let's see. It looks so good. Unreal Engine is a beast. It's big. I see no difference. Thank God someone else feels that way. I love these. Wait, what? I'm gonna be real, I can't tell the difference, but keep up the good work? How is it good work if they can't tell the difference? First comment, release a game. Wait, I didn't even see that. What is so dead? Oh, it's actually funny. All right. Like, wait, they had another scene optimization. Oh, so they have a second trailer that we can look at. More optimization, okay. So, chat, with this video in specific, okay, when they revealed the new trailer, right, and they showed, they showed new characters like here. They showed the male protagonist, he looked great, right? They showed new characters that look so good. Right? Like some of these look really freaking good. Like this all looks sick. Like this looks sick. Literally everything in the trailer here looked sick. What we saw in whatever the fuck that was is not at all any of the hype that the comments were claiming it was. Absolutely no. Not even close, man. But let's take a look at the scene optimization progress. Visual upgrade showcase, chat. Oh, wait. Okay, the buildings in the background do look a little better. Okay, now that is an improvement. That right there is an improvement. Wow. Yeah. The backgrounds look a lot better. Wow. And then you look at the character and it looks pretty much exactly the same with the exception of a little bit of shine. So like that building over on the right looks so much better. It actually does look a lot better. It's like turning ray tracing on and off. Yeah, kinda. Okay, that actually does look a lot better. It does. Okay, yeah, that actually looks pretty cool too. It does look like they're turning the ray tracing on and off, yeah, pretty much. Dude, I think this is the biggest glow up in the whole game. In the original beta, I looked at her and I said, please don't let this be the protagonist. She looks terrible. Now this is a protagonist and she looks fucking great. And the scenery looks good. The scenery looks a lot better. The new character, the new protagonist looks so much better. She actually looks kind of hot now. Let's be honest. The scenery, again, it's like they turned ray tracing on, and the textures themselves have been improved. I don't know what they're doing to the characters though. Whatever this is, it ain't it. The bloom added to the character, that's it. That's literally it. Yeah, not impressed. Protagonist got the rework she needed, yeah. So on the one hand, the new trailer, very impressive, 10 out of 10. The scene improvements, fantastic. I'd give that a solid 8 out of 10. The character optimizations, you can't even tell the fucking difference, man. Get back to work. I know that the comments were saying, whoa, this is so impressive. Wow, they have been so hard at work. It doesn't show for the characters. But for everything else, they have been making exceptional progress. I genuinely think it looks so much better. They timed the swipe to not show changes to NPCs in that first swipe. You're right, yeah. So glad I'm not the only one. I was like, what changed? I know, right, Queenie? Like, in the character optimization trailer, you're just like, is there a swipe and a glow, or is there just is it a different time of day? Did they just toggle the bloom, tick the bloom feature and then untick it and then retick it? Is that all that happened?
No, they didn't suck to their hair, for sure.
Well, yeah, like I said, there's like an extra strand or two of hair. It was a very slight alteration for some of the characters. Didn't look like that was the case for all of them, though. What are people saying about this, though? Most impressive moment, the foliage went from your typical anime style game with big-ass grass blades to more diverse and distinct. I think, yeah. Yeah, that was actually the thing that first caught my attention, too. That was when I said, oh, that actually looks pretty good. Love the small details of NPCs running around to get out of the rain. That was in OG as well, from the first beta. You know what? I'm reading through all these comments and barely any of them say that it looks impressive. Yet, when I looked at this, the character trailer, everyone was saying it looked impressive. I don't know, man. That's weird. Is the running animation better? I hope so. It didn't look like it from that trailer. Hi, Mrs. Six. Thank you for the shout out. How are you guys doing? We're doing great. Mrs. Six unfortunately has to go back to work tomorrow. But I mean, you know, work is only a, you know, is work. Nikki's still alive? Yeah. Don't know for much longer. Scenery changed and I love it, but the characters didn't change that much. Yeah, that's exactly my point, yeah. they paid to leave those comments. It's what it feels like a little bit, right? How was the movie? We watched the Mission Impossible movie. It was really good. Really good. Stella Sora passes 3 million pre-registrations. Really? 3 million. 3 million pre-registrations. Yet they told me their marketing budget right now does not exist, which is really sad to hear. They told me that they could not give me access to the beta test. They paid me to react to the trailer, which I appreciate, and I think the game does look really cool, and I can't wait to play it. But they said that they didn't want to work with content creators right now because they didn't have a marketing budget. So I hope that changes and they do end up ultimately having a decent one, because I want the game to do good, because the game does look really cute. Here is the milestone trailer, I guess. It's genuinely fun. Good, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, cute looking character. Is this just a live 2D background? Seems comfy. Is this it? There are hot adults in the game? Yes, yes, there are. From what I remember from their website. That was super depressing. But there were, yeah. So my original concern when I covered this was that there were gonna be too many kids. News on Unending Dawn or Wongyu. I wish there were of us. Now, I do also want to point out that these people are driving a car, so they're not 10 years old. At the very least. Let's see, 3,079,000 pre-registrations. That's really good. I'm glad to see that so many people are interested in the game. Looks like they are attempting to reach 8 million, which is honestly a lot. But there are a lot of actually really cool looking characters. Amber looks really cool. We have Noya, who looks really cool. We have Iris. She looks kind of cute. We have Anne, who looks adorable. We have Minova, who looks really cool. We have Frisha, who looks, I mean, like honestly a bit like an Azure Lane character. We have Nanoha. She's adorable. We have Mystique. And wait, I swear like there were more characters last time. Oh well. That's okay. Ooh, you get to choose who you are. So this is the protagonist. That's a male protagonist and that's a female. Oh, the female looks mischievous. She looks a little fucked up. That's sick. Finally, artifact loadouts in Genshin. I did see that. Yeah, it's about time. Did Infinity Nikki players give up? Did Infinity Nikki players give up? People not being as vocal about the matter publicly doesn't necessarily mean that they have stopped girl-cotting. Everything that needed to be said has been said. It is now to everyone to keep girl-cotting until demands are met. Send the company their feedback and report illegal practices. Some undoubtedly caved in, but like others have said, it's more that some players have quit entirely and have moved on, so they're not posting anymore. I was never a part of the girl-cot, so it's hard to give up when I was never a part of it. It looks like people have already quit. It is really, oh, interesting. So they've, what, players haven't necessarily given up, or maybe they did. Maybe players quitting the game means that they gave up the girl-cot. They're not girl-cotting anymore. They're not trying to make the game better. They're just not gonna play it anymore. I don't know. How do you equate giving up? Do you equate giving up as in quitting the game? Or do you equate giving up as continuing to spend on the game and no longer girl cotting. Right? What a way to run a game into the ground. Yeah. There has been a decrease in girl caught posts. I've noticed a massive decrease in girl caught posts and an increase in posts of in-game pictures for the past week or so on the subreddit. It has me wondering, has this community moved on from the girl caught and gone back to normal, forgetting that we still haven't gotten a response to our demands? Has this community actually done exactly what Paperfold wanted and moved on because they were compensated? And by compensated, Chad, I did cover this. They were essentially just given what they were promised originally back before the login issues started. What is going on? Has the community not stayed strong? The compensation they just gave us was literally a fuck you to all of us who actually wanted a real response. Where did all the girl caught posts go? We can't seriously be accepting this compensation as good enough for the absolute mess that 1.5 has been. Has all of this been for nothing? Goddamn. Boycott was a banned word? Exactly, yeah. So what happened was there was a lot of anger around 1.5 and they decided they were gonna boycott the game. And the devs decided they didn't want to allow the term boycott because it would, there was a negative connotation associated with the word. So they banned boycott so people couldn't spread that they were boycotting the game. So people said, well, if you're gonna ban boycott, we'll just coin the term girlcott. Let's see the rating then. It has gone up, chat, to 1.7. This was 1.6 last week, and it was 1.5 the week before that, and 1.4 about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks it was going back and forth between 1.4 to 1.5. It has gone up to 1.7, and they have done nothing to address anything. Can't bring myself to even log in and get the stuff I paid for the next 100 whatever days left. That sucks. Depends on player count and revenue. I mean, that's true, yes. So, I don't know how many of you watch the Gacha revenue stuff that happens. I honestly would not really advise you do so. I don't trust the Gacha revenue website. I think the Gacha revenue website is fake and bullshit and trash. But you can use the Gacha revenue website to track trends, okay? And that is how I like to that's how I like to look at it. You can see if a Gacha game is going up or down. So let's take a look at the revenue for Infinity Nikki and see if it's in the red or in the green. Right, that's the easiest way to look at this. Where would Infinity Nikki be? 25 million though, that's impressive, cool. Wait, what was that? Arknight's 39 million, holy shit, okay. Oh, I saw this. Zenless is only at 10. People were like, Zenless EOS! But I think 10 million for Zenless is still really good, in spite of what some people are saying. Here we go, Infinity Nikki. 6.9 to 6.7. So it is in the red, but only ever so slightly. But, I mean, that does mean that there was a downward trend to some extent. Is it significant? No. But I think what is most important is whether this trend continues, right? I think what will be a determining factor of whether or not this girl caught works or is considered by any stretch of the imagination a success is whether or not this continues to go down. 1 month seeing like, look at that. Right? It remained steady, and then the girl caught happened and it went down. During their biggest patch to date, this should have been the biggest patch for the game. The biggest one. I know it's not credible. That's what I stated. I've said this is not factual, this is not trustworthy, but it is an indicator as to the trend of a game, because you can see if a game does go up or down to an extent. So you can use it to determine patterns. And we can see that as a pattern, Infinity Nikki has been going down and did go down further in the month of May. Was it 6.7 million? No. It could have been 10.7 million. It could have been 12.7 million. But it was definitely down from the last month. That's what I'm saying. Milk, what's up, man? Nevertheless, it did go down. If it goes down in the month of June, then evidently the girl cod is working. Because in its biggest update to date, it should not have seen a decrease. Its biggest update in history since its launch should not be its worst performing update. How is Black Beacon doing? I don't actually know. Cons don't matter. The game is so buggy and boring that casual players are bound to leave over time. So is the girl caught working? I would say it is. I would say based off of that, the girl caught is definitely working. There's not much to say that hasn't been said exactly until Infold release 1.6, which I think is coming next week, right? There's not much more we can do. People are sending emails and filling in surveys. For now, all we can do is wait. I can't wait to see what happens next week with the release of 1.6 chat. I think that will ultimately decide the fate of Infinity Nikki. Auditing recently released pre-registration, but the game was last updated in 2023. That's 2 years. That's wild. I think 1.6, if it is not the success people are hoping in terms of quality, there is going to be a mass exodus of players. If it is still broken, all hell will break loose. Exactly my point. Surprised you forgot the wave of I'm quitting posts. That's where they went, to another game. I mean, true, yeah, a lot of people have been quitting. I uninstalled the game last night after dropping the game since the update. I've gone back to other games. Shamelessly went back to Genshin, Zenless, and Baldur's Gate 3. I also went to Genshin and spent my money on the new Escoffier banner. Sucks because I really liked Infinity Nikki. As a fellow Hoyoverse player, as much as I enjoy their games, that our money feels more valuable in them is sad. Dude, imagine your money being spent in Hoyo and it being more valued. Like, imagine your money being more valued by Hoyo than another game company, right? I remember back just last year, people were like, Hoyoverse is one of the scummiest developers out there. Like, you know, they have some of the most predatory business practices. And then you have 2025 that happens, and people are like, oh god, Hoyoverse isn't bad at all. They're currently out or slated for this quarter. Where Winds Meet, I think, is holding another beta test. That was really good. That was kind of like a Wuxia Souls-like. Yes, Soul Me, it is. Oh, the tables have turned. Oh, not being the worst big gacha company is pretty surreal. I know. And it happened in the span of 6 months. Every issue has already been discussed dozens of times in different posts. What else is there left to say? People haven't moved on. No, they definitely have. A lot of people have actually moved on. Yep. I'm just tired. I agree with the commenter saying that it's a waiting game to 1.6 exactly. So no, I don't think Infinity Nikki players have given up. Okay, no, let me rephrase. I think some Infinity Nikki players have given up, and those players, they've just decided it's not worth sticking around and have moved to other games. That's it. So I think some players have given up. I think other players just have grown tired, and they don't want to continue discussing it because it just makes them sad. You know, it's working. It's working. Evidently, it's working to some extent. 1.6 will be the... I don't know if y'all heard that, but someone outside who has a severe case of overcompensating for their tiny peepee. I think that 1.6 will be the determining factor as to whether the game ultimately fails. And I'm curious. I will be covering 1.6. I will definitely cover the general consensus. I will cover Infinity Nikki's response to everything going on. And they have still yet to actually address any issues, real issues that players have, so it's really sad to see. I think they're just gonna sweep it under the rug and hope for the best. What do you mean, huh? What was the game I said? Where Winds Meet. Boss. Mr. 6 did a video on it like 3 days ago. It's on the MMO Byte channel. Speaking of Infinity Nikki's revenue chat, I did want to talk about something specifically pertaining to this what? Gacha revenue website? All right, let me open a few of these. Let's open that. Let's open Reverse 1999. Let's open Nikki. Let's open Genshin Impact. And then let's open Wuthering Waves. All right. So, I think the Gacha revenue website is fake. A lot of us know the Gacha revenue websites are fake. They're all speculative. They state that they're speculative. There are weird cults that worship the numbers on each respective page. They take these as fact. They think for whatever reason, higher numbers mean your game is a success, your game is good. Lower numbers mean your game is bad. It doesn't matter which game it is, right? Wuwa is in the green, Wuwa good. Wuwa is in the red, Wuwa bad. Genshin is in the green, haha, Genshin good. Genshin is in the red, Genshin bad. Zenless Zone Zero in the green, ooh, Zenless good. Zenless in the red, ooh, Zenless bad. It does not matter which game it is. Every community sees it the same way. Their game green, their game good. Even though it is all speculation. But what I want to talk about today isn't the weird tribalistic nature of each respective community. What I want to talk about today is how this website has skewed Wuthering Waves revenue. Just Wuthering Waves. Not Genshin, not Nikki, not Reverse 1999, not Infinity Nikki, not, you know, the vast majority of other games. Wuthering Waves. Yeah, they did, Estes. So let's just take a look. Let's click breakdown here real quick, okay? So I want you guys to look at, we're just gonna take a look at China, okay? We're not gonna take a look at global, we're not gonna take a look at Japan, all right? So this is Infinity Nikki's Gacha revenue page, okay? I want you to take a look at the revenue for each month, all right? So you have 11 million, 8.2, 8.2, 5.5, 5.5, okay? So the revenue differs. Let's check Reverse 1999. Let's click breakdown. All right, we have 5.5 million, 2.75, 2.475, 2.75, 8.25. They're all very different, right? You guys could see these numbers are all very different. Okay. So just so we can verify here the validity of this, right? Y'all can see that those are different numbers. Let's click Nikki. 1.3, 1.1, 800, 1, 1.2. So evidently those are all different numbers too, right? Granted, this is Hong Kong, but just, you know, stay with me. These are all different numbers for Nikki. Yes, Milky is. Here's Genshin Impact. Okay, let's click the breakdown. Look at China. 55 million, 12.1, 20.625, 11.5, 20.625, right? So evidently, 4 of these numbers are different, right? They were still different numbers. Okay, y'all see that those are different numbers. Let's check Wuthering Waves breakdown. Okay. Look at China. 9.625, 9.625, 9.625. Wuthering Waves is the only game having revenue reported on that is having their monthly revenue copy pasted. They aren't even trying to hide it. The last several months are copy pasted revenue for Android, for iOS, and therefore total. This is for Wuthering Waves. I showed you the revenue for Genshin in China, Nikki in China, Reverse 1999 in China, Infinity Nikki in China. I just want to show you guys, you know, 5 random games. I can show you another one, okay? Let's look at Love and Deep Space. Let's look at Love and Deep Space in China. Let's see if it has copy-pasted revenue for almost every day. 14 million, 12 million, 22 million, 19 million, 18 million. Completely different numbers every single day, all right? Let's check another one. Let's check Honkai Star Rail. Let's see if they have copy-pasted revenue for Honkai Star Rail. 8.8, 23, 4.3, 7.5. Nope. They are all very different revenue. Nope. But then you navigate on over to Wuthering Waves, the gacha game that the creators of this website do not like. And what is it? 9.625, 9.625, 9.625, exactly. Specific numbers. 9.62. They're not even trying to hide it. They could have made it 9.5. They could have made it 10.625. It is statistically impossible, chat, to have every different gacha game here, that every gacha game here would have different monthly revenue except for Wuwa. Statistically impossible. That for the months leading up to this, Wuwa saw ups and downs, right? 300% increase, 47% decrease, 66% increase, and then it just stopped. So, Cantarella's patch didn't change. Zani's patch, Chacona, didn't change. It just so happens that for 3 months, Wuwa has seen no increase or decrease. They have the exact same revenue in China? Really? Orient, what's up? Rigged? That's what I'm saying. See if the latest revenue for Wuwa is wrong? Yeah, what you're seeing here. This green right here is if this revenue were the same as a revenue from 3 months ago. That's not accounting for increases or decreases. This is literally the only game out of what, 12 we checked that have copy-pasted revenue. Now, I've talked to people about this before. I've talked to people about this before, and they seem to have pretty much the same opinion, the same sentiments. And that is that this game specifically, for whatever reason, gets manipulated. Why? I don't know. We can only speculate why every other game has different revenue for the several months leading up to it, except for this awfully specific 9.625 for Wuwa. It's not the first time they touched Wuwa's numbers. That is true. They can't stand Wuwa succeeding Total Waves. Exactly. Like, Wuwa isn't my favorite game, chat. Nikki is my favorite gacha game. Okay? It still is. After the shit they pulled, it is still my favorite gacha game. I still love Nikki. Wuthering Waves isn't even the best performing game on my channel. Like here, from just 22 hours ago, my Wuwa video hit 12K. You look at other games I've done, you know, Crystal of Atlan, 35K. Right? Infinity Nikki, 28K. We have Ruby Memento, almost 20K. We have Nikki, 28K. Like, I have so many other games that perform better than Wuwa does on my channel. It's not my favorite game. I'm not a Wuwa channel. But when I see dumb shit like this, like, I have to call it out because this is just absurd. They cannot, like, and then people take this as fact. They look at this on social media, right, without actually going into detail, without diving deep into these stats and the numbers, and they just think, oh, well, these people on social media are saying this, so it must be true. It's ridiculous. Should get this to blow up on Twitter and TikTok. They actually put in the effort to do that. Imagine. Exactly. You know what, chat? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and make a tweet about this. All right. Let's go ahead and make a tweet about this. I need y'all's support here to retweet, like, and leave a comment on it. Okay. Let's see if we can get this trending. All right. What do we say? Let's screen cap China only, and say let's see. Screen cap that and say, we don't want to be subtle, but we also don't want to spread misinformation or seem accusatory, right? No, I know, boss, I know. I know. Okay, okay, let's just be, you know, we'll be vague, okay, chat? We'll be vague. Sus? Yes. Awfully sus that China Wuwa revenue, wait, no, hold on, we'll use quotations here. Revenue hasn't changed for 3 months, yet every other major gacha game has. How's that? Wait, we'll use Wuthering Waves revenue hasn't changed for 3 months. Totally not. No, we'll just leave it at that. Yeah. We'll leave it there. That way people can formulate their own opinions, right? That way we're not accusing anyone of anything. We're just saying it's a little bit suspect. Okay, chat? Now, that is me. That is what I will say. Because unfortunately, as a content creator that has a relatively large following, I have to be very careful what I say. But, okay, hear me out. Y'all don't have to. Y'all don't have to be careful in what you say. You can say whatever you want to say, chat, in that tweet right there. You can like that tweet, you can retweet that tweet, and you can say whatever you want about it. You can make whatever accusations you want. Not that I'm saying you should, I'm just saying you can. You possess a unique ability to, without the repercussions I might have for, you know, being the one that says it directly. You include their ad. I don't need to tag them. It's fine. But once again, every other gacha game has different monthly revenue except for Wuwa. Like, come on. This isn't even like. Is there a good set to track MMO revenue? No. No. That's just sad. And people take this as fact. Like, come on. I don't care where Wuwa ends up. Like, I don't do the gacha revenue thing because I don't really care. I haven't in a while now. I don't care where it ends up. I don't care if it's above Genshin. I don't care if it's below Genshin. I don't care if it's above Zenless. I don't care if it's below Zenless, okay? What I care about is actual, like, accurate representation. That's it. Call it what it is. Is it doing well this month? Yeah. Is it not? Yeah. But don't spread misinfo. And don't. Well, we'll just leave it at that. Wuthering Waves' first anniversary fan gathering event recap. Wait! Project Spirits is the next flagship title from the makers of Nikki and Stellar Blade. Wait, hold on, chat. Wait a second. Wait. Hold on, chat. Okay, hold on. Sort by most viewed. All right. 9 months ago, I did a video titled Nikki's massive new open world gacha. Right? I went over information we had specifically pertaining to recruitment for a new Nikki open world game, right? I was really excited for this because Nikki is my favorite gacha game. And I covered everything that they were doing. But now, Shift Up The creators of Nikki and Stellar Blade have confirmed their next flagship title is Project Spirits. And is this dude, this is the artwork for the game. Oh my god, it looks good. Oh my god. Wow. So I don't know. I got a fresh one here, thank you. I don't know how many of you played the MMO Blade and Soul, but this looks exactly like it. Now, the character designer for Blade and Soul also did the character designs for Nikki, did the character designs for Stellar Blade, and also did the character designs for another game that is, I think, like 20 years old now called Magna Carta. That was the first game I played from that character designer, and his work there was incredible. This right here looks insane, and oh, right, Queenie? So I don't know if Project Spirits is the open world gacha that they were claiming was going to be the new Nikki gacha, but it definitely shares a strong resemblance to not only Blade and Soul, but also Destiny Child. Not the band, by the way, with Beyonce, but Destiny Child was a gacha game that shut down from Shift Up just before they, or during the process of Nikki's development. And the character designs here look very eerily reminiscent of them. I'm not gonna click them actually because I know it's a very not safe for work game. Yep. But I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. Isn't Destiny Child coming back? It is, but it's being done by Come To Us. They are a horrible studio that actually have a lot of blockchain and NFT shit in their game, so I don't have the highest of expectations for it. Fuck though, god damn, those characters look great. Okay, so we do have information on it though, chat. Your first look at Project Spirits, the next flagship title from the makers of Stellar Blade. In addition to its previously announced Stellar Blade sequel, which all chat is gonna be fucking great, and continued development of its titillating chat, Nikki is a titillating game. Korean developer Shift Up has been working on a third named Project Witches. Wait, is it Project Witches or Project Spirits? Wait, hold on. Third game named Project Witches, but they state it's, oh, it was being called Project Witches. That title has now been renamed Project Spirits. Here's your first look at its artwork. The game is being described as a subculture cross-platform title which embraces Eastern fantasy, and I can see that by looking at least the character on the left definitely looks very Eastern inspired, but the character on the right not so much. The blurb continues, as a new intellectual property following Stellar Blade and Nikki, it is currently in development as a top-tier quality game from the industry, building on Shift Up's proven track record and expertise in IP creation demonstrated through previous projects. The company is currently recruiting for the release across a number of roles, including, okay, we're gonna take a look at that. It specifically mentions proficiency with Unreal Engine 5, chat, so it's gonna look better than Wuthering Waves. Chat, with the character design potential from Nikki and Stellar Blade, with a potential for a better looking game than Wuwa, oh my god, this is the next big gacha. And not what? Neverness to what? Azure Pro what? No. Project Spirits, chat. It's gonna be open world, chat. This is it. Open world, JRPG inspired Unreal Engine 5 game. That is what I was covering. That was the Nikki gacha. Shit, they're doing it. Oh, damn. In 2027, come on, babe. Remind me of Blade and Soul outfits. I know, right? That's what I said, yeah. This will be Shift Up's answer to Genshin Impact. Delivering a dude, it doesn't need an answer to Genshin Impact. Let's be honest. Genshin Impact has significant competition right now. This needs to be competition to Ananta, Neverness, Azure Parmelia, Silver Palace, and Arknight's Enfield. That's what this needs to be competition to. Wuthering Waves has shown that competitors can reach Genshin, and that Genshin can drop and be defeated. So these new games that are all coming out, they're going to take a chunk from Genshin, and then Genshin is going to kind of fade into obscurity, just like Wuthering Waves will eventually too. Just like every major gacha game will eventually. That's how things move. You only remain relevant for so long. You don't need to be a Genshin killer anymore. You need to be better than the next generation that's coming. Across a variety of different hardware specifications from smartphones all the way to consoles. So they're planning a console release for this too. It does. Nice. Will we do a video about the game that I'm waiting for many years called Uma Musume? I did a video on Uma Musume like last week. All right, let's take a look. The devs say they're aiming for 2027. Exactly. Yeah. 100%. This is the game I was talking about. This was the massive new open world Nikki Gacha I was talking about. Let's take a look though. What are they recruiting for? Let's translate the page. For their next generation title, Project Spirit. Let's see. We want to create games that will be recognized worldwide, together with people who have the will to create the best games. I have no doubt. Qualifications. 2 years of experience directing movies, games, or animation. Someone who can create cutscenes using 3ds Max or Unreal Engine. Someone who understands the character's personality. And yes, in Nikki and Stellar Blade, the character personality is imperative to your game overall. High level of sense. Gotcha. Sensible people. Person with a high level understanding of the strong characters of shift up style. Yeah, big titties. There's nothing else, just big titties. I think we all have a very significant understanding of, strong characters in shift up style. Someone who's active in collaboration and communication with other teams. Those who have played games with a lot of narrative direction, such as Genshin Impact, Claire Obscura, Expedition 33, and Zenris Zone Zero. Interesting, they note Genshin story. Please God, no. Please God, no. Zenless, sure. Zenres Zone Zero, sure. I would love to, yeah. If they want to go the Zenres Zone Zero route, chat, sure. Yep, I am down. Zenless has a great story. Genshin, no. Please, God, no. Expedition 33, though? Okay, sure. That would be awesome. Yes. With film previs or directing experience, produce animations or receive movesets. Experiencing concept video and scene visualization using AI generation tools. That's just scene visualization. It's not actual in-game, the creation of in-game assets. Okay, they're looking for a screenwriter. So this was a previs artist. This is a screenwriter. Main and sub-storylines and characters suitable for Eastern fantasy. Detailed character settings that fit the story. Quest flow and event scenario writing. Narrative elements such as voice lines, cutscenes, and text log. Okay, so it's good to see that they're gonna have voice acting. Nice. Create characters that you can't help but love. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's Nikki in a nutshell. Write a story that builds up the story and retrieves debate at the end of the story. Okay. Cool, cool. Character artists. Okay. Let's see. Clothing, weapons, accessory designs. With more than 2 years experience. Okay. Background artist, monster artist, level designer, lead content planner. Okay, this I think might be where it's important. Planning core content systems for large-scale subculture RPGs. Design and balance game mechanics centered on exploration, growth, and interaction. That's pretty important. So that goes to show there's going to be a lot of exploration, there's going to be a lot of interaction, either between characters and the environment or just characters in general. Design the flow and repetition of new content, such as quests, collections, combat content. Okay, that sounds really cool. Let's see. High level of understanding of open world genres. That's very important as well. Unreal Engine 5 blueprint. Experience playing JRPGs or anime style games. So this is still gonna be an anime game, chat. It's not gonna be like, so evidently based off of this, we know it's not gonna look like Stellar Blade. So they're definitely opting not to have it look like Stellar Blade and use that more three-dimensional style of game. They're definitely focusing more on an anime aesthetic, which is cool. It's good. Those who play Genshin, Ming Dynasty, Zenless, Ghost of Tsushima, Goddess of Victory, Nikki, and Stellar Blade enthusiastically. Okay. This all sounds really cool. Genuinely, this all looks and sounds really cool. Super excited. I love Nikki. I can't wait to play another Shift Up Gacha that is gonna be open world. I hope, yeah, I'm hoping for the best, man. Did it say anything about combat? Shit, I forgot to look. I'm being haunted by 2 years of experience everywhere. What the hell? I know, I keep seeing that, right, Sage? Okay, wait. Battle Planner. Okay, wait, here we go. Dynamic, deep combat system designed across a variety of genres and styles. Skill and action design that reflects each character's personality. Action combat system, chat. Open world, anime, big titty, action combat. Voice acting, story driven. Lots of interaction. There you go. A unique fighting style and growth system for each character. Lots of character diversity. Great to hear. Sustainable meta design and balance system. Okay. Sweet. Recognized by the Action Game Recognition Association. So this is definitely going to be an action game. Yep. An action... Yep. Nice. Yep, boss. Yep. That is awesome. I'm excited. Yeah, exactly, Confector. It's in its infancy. It is, but they are planning to release by 2027. They have 2 years to finish this. They're recruiting, and I hope they can get it done. Yes. What is this comment? Another titillating one? All gamers like, yes, they understand us because all we want in our games are titties because we don't know what porn it. What the what is that comment, dude? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What is wrong with enjoying boobs? What is wrong with that? Is that so bad? Not sold it just yet? No, that's perfectly fine, yeah. Etherea's coming tomorrow. It is, yes. Can you have a look? I've done multiple videos on Etheria. Hoping they bring something different to the table. I hope they do. Yeah, every upcoming open world gacha needs to do something different to establish themselves. Let people enjoy it. I know. Why? What? It'll make a crap ton of money just like Nikki. Yep. Breath of fresh air to see a realistic depiction of an everyday woman. Yeah. This face right here. It was my face after reading that comment. Oh, how embarrassing. Second-hand embarrassment? Anime is so creepy. I don't get the hate for that, man. What? Anime is creepy? I don't know, the comment section for push square is a bit weird, chat. That's sick, though. Now they very well might fuck this up, but Shift Up are pretty damn good, and I have my hopes very high. Either way. What about Chrono Odyssey? Is there a channel notice Wait. Hold on. Wait, what was that? Hold on. Wait. Wait, where was that posted? Oh, okay, hold on. One sec, chat.
Why are there so many of us?
No, hold on. Okay. Oh wait, hold on, chat. I'm sorry. I closed the tab real quick. Sorry, that was an accident. I needed to take a screenshot of this real quick. And because I saw this comment. I love getting comments like this. Hey, friend. I saw your channel and I noticed you're posting great content. I appreciate that, Michael Liquor Crantus Miss Tip. I saw your channel and noticed you're posting great content. However, you need more followers and views to increase your engagement and achieve verification person within a month. I can help you get 25 subscribers in 3 days. Get close to earning $1,000 a month. Wow. Wow, chat. Wow, he can help get 25 subscribers and make me $1,000 a month. My Discord username is I don't fucking know. Mickle, just a tip. Yeah. Wait, oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Interesting. That's a bit weird. It is. I love getting comments like that, though. I do. Yep. I appreciate it, but I'm good. Great value! Yes! The Michael I know rant MSI tip. Wait, really? That's what it is? God damn. Okay. I'm glad you did that. I didn't want to. Okay, there was actually another thing I wanted to look at, chat. There was a trailer released for Mongol Star Dive, I think its name is. I saw this posted a little while ago, and I never reacted to it. The reason I want to react to it today and take a look at it, it's right here, is because they reached out to me and they offered to sponsor me for a stream. And I said, hell yeah, I would love to make $1,000 to stream your game for an hour. So, with this in mind, let's take a look at the closed beta test footage, at the very least. We'll just briefly look through this. Or is there a more up-to-date trailer for release? I think that would be even better. Such a weird name though, chat. Okay, here we go. This is actually, yeah, the State of Unreal. I think this will be better. Chat, let me know if you think this looks good, because I'm gonna be streaming it. Sorrow, what's up?
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Excited to be here today.
You look excited.
I'd like to first thank Epic Games for this opportunity. It's a great honor to introduce our latest project here at Unreal Fest.
Sick.
Let me introduce Mongol Star Dive. Mongol Star Dive is the successor to Monster Taming, a game we first launched back in 2013.
Okay. Wait, the successor to a game released in 2013. Oh my god, is this a game from 2013?
In Korea, the game was a huge success, surpassing 10 million downloads just in Korea. With this new title, we aim to expand the world of Mongol by creating a vibrant living world filled with countless characters and monsters. To achieve this, we chose Unreal Engine 5, which
nice.
Even the most subtle emotional expressions of the characters, making the world of Star Dive truly come alive. This was the best choice for delivering a seamless cross-platform experience across PC, console, and mobile. One of our key goals is to provide players a whole new gameplay experience by giving each and every character their narrative and its own unique control system.
The combat looks pretty
every time
good,
you change
chat.
characters, it'll feel like you're playing a different game.
It's a sequel,
And
yeah.
this transforms Stardive from a simple action game into a truly immersive adventure.
Ooh, the character
Moreover,
models look good.
The monsters in Stardive are not just enemies. They can be tamed, nurtured, and be.
Holy shit! How is that dress holding her together, chat? What is that? Oh my god!
Nurtured and become your companions along the journey. Depending on their traits, they can also be used to craft weapons.
Wait,
or
is this
used
an
as
open world
ingredients
game?
to cook, adding a deeper layer of strategy
Or is it
and
hub-based?
connection to the game. Each monster is a living, growing creature, transforming the conventional concept of monster collecting into a meaningful, dynamic
This actually looks
relationship.
very good.
The Epic Game Store, with its global reach and strong community, is the ideal platform to connect with players around the world.
No, the Epic Games Store is not the ideal platform to release this on via PC. Steam is. Steam is definitely the ideal platform.
We are happy to announce that Mongil
Open world.
Stardive will be exclusively on the Epic Game Store for PC.
No! What was that? No!
On the Epic Game Store will be exclusively on the Epic Game Store for PC.
No! Mongol Stardive will be exclusively on the Epic Game Store for PC. No Steam. No Steam release.
Now, I'm excited to show you a brand new trailer from the game.
I mean, chat, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a single friend that uses fucking Epic. Why would they do that? You hate the Epic Game Store? Everyone does! I'm sorry, what is that weird porn intro music? Oh my god, yes. Cool. Ooh, they got male characters, okay. I'll be honest, that was not a great trailer, but the game itself does look good. It doesn't look great, it looks good. And a good game is a game I am willing to try, at the very least.
I want a plushie of the cat. Please.
Okay, what's it say? New Korean Gacha game made by Netmarble, set to release in the second half of 2025. Okay, I understand now why they're reaching out to sponsor me for a video. Because the game's releasing in the next several months. Decent game. Have to look out for how they're going to implement monetization since it's Netmarble. Exactly. But you know what? I am willing to be paid to stream this to you guys and show you what the game's like.
Fuck you, I'm gonna take it.
It looks cool, but you cannot pay me to install the Epic Game Store. I mean, I would. It's money. Thousands of dollars, man. I'll do that. Easy. Oh, man. Fortnite, pretty much? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. God damn it. But that's, you know what? That's okay. I'll have fun streaming it. I'll have fun doing a video on it, and then I'll uninstall it. Because I'm not going to play it on the Epic Game Store. Since I don't even have the Epic Game Store installed. Like, even enough for the Epic Game Store. That's perfectly fine. You don't need to play it. You can watch me play it, and then you can, you know, kind of live vicariously through me. Alright, chat. I'll absolutely watch you play it. Fuck yeah. There you go. Alright, chat. I'm gonna call that there for today because I've been at this for 2 hours. I will not be streaming tomorrow, but we are gonna be streaming on the 6th. We're gonna be streaming the Summer Game Fest. So that'll be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe, which is like an hour and a half later than now. So that we reached out to anti-sponsor you? Oh. Calling out NeoWiz specifically? Yeah, I admittedly don't do sponsors for NeoWiz still. But yeah, not 3-hour stream. It'll be a 3-hour stream, yeah. I'm assuming if that's how long the event goes for. So, yeah, I will see you guys in about what? 49 and a half hours, roughly. So, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for the subs. I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys have a good day. And I'm about to go upload a video on YouTube in about 5 minutes. So I need y'all to go on over to that video, leave a like, leave a comment, okay? And then let the video run in the background if you don't want to watch it. I'll see you guys in 49 hours. Have a good day. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. See you guys later.